Kansas that were very pleasant today. However, we are looking for a new front to begin to drift south and eastward. The central and eastern parts of Kansas were very prominently cloudy in the morning, and western Kansas increasing cloudiness by tomorrow. Today, however, very pleasant.
Dudes, morning routine is complete. Weighed myself, made some Keurig coffee. Hit the like button if you are in the strong button crew of your Keurig coffee machine. You have to hit that strong button when you make your K-Cup. That is just like the #1 rule of Keurig coffee. Then I put my weigh-ins, my numbers into my spreadsheet, 2 weeks straight of that. Everything is just, it's right on track, guys. But if you're here just for the food, you probably wanna skip through this part because I'm gonna do a little rambling, kinda wanna give you an update on how Body Recomp has been going, and also sort of my goals for the next few to several months. So as far as Body Recomp, it's going very well. If you noticed in the beginning of the video, today is actually the first day that my carbs have gone up in this whole like full day of eating series that we've been doing. Carbs are now at 275 grams. And the reason for that is because I'm gonna be slowly transitioning from doing this Body Recomp thing into doing a reverse diet / metabolic repair. My plan going forward is going to be to increase my calories pretty slowly and really not gain any weight at all. I wanna stay around 210, 211 pounds and see just how many calories I can add back in without gaining a lot of weight. Hopefully while I'm doing this, my NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, is going to be increasing. So just be burning more calories throughout the day without really even noticing it. And hopefully it's going to be offsetting the small amount of calories that I'll be adding back in over the next few weeks anyways. Eventually though, the NEAT is not gonna be able to keep up with the calorie increases that I'm gonna be adding back into my diet. So eventually what's gonna end up happening is I'm gonna start gaining a little bit of weight because I'll be in a small calorie surplus. And the most I'm gonna be trying to gain during this whole thing is like 0.5% of my body weight per month. That's 1 pound a month over 5 or 6 months, which will put me at about 215 pounds by the time March or April rolls around. And hopefully I'll have added a minimal amount of fat. So that's sort of where I see the next several months going. And then once March, April rolls around and I'm about that 215 pound range, I'm gonna start dieting again, probably diet for about 12 or 15 weeks. And then that'll be into summer. And I'll probably maintain all of summer at about 200 to 195 pounds, whatever I determine I want to diet to at that point. So yeah, that's sort of like a year's worth of my ambitions and goals and sort of how I see this next year unfolding in terms of my YouTube channel. And I'm just really excited to share both sides of the process with you guys. The bulking side, the lean bulking side, and also the cutting side of things once that happens. Anyways, let's start the day. Let's start this full day of eating. And if you guys have seen the videos lately, no eating has been happening in the morning at the apartment. It happens at work, and that's what's gonna happen today. So, see you at work. All right, it is that time of the day. Time to eat some food. Meal 1 is about to go down in the office. And if you've seen any of my other videos, I don't think you're gonna be too surprised about this work meal today. It's like a classic go-to work meal for me. Anyways, meal 1, pre-workout. I'm doing one of these bags, the Steam Fresh brown rice, wild rice. Bags of rice with 2 eggs to make some egg fried rice. And you guys know I usually like to put a bag of cauliflower rice in with this to really volumize it up. But the #1 rule that I have about pre-workout meals is no veggies. There should not be vegetables in the pre-workout meal because lots of fiber pre-workout is just like a recipe for the toots, I think anyway. So I keep the veggies and the fiber to a minimum pre-workout. And the rest of my meal is 240 grams of some grass-fed, can't even talk, fed sirloin steak. Gonna put a little A1 on here. If you've seen my other videos, you know I don't like A1, I like Lee & Perrins, but this is the only steak sauce we have at the restaurant, so I'm gonna add a little bit of that to the steak. And then for desserty 30, got like 100 grams of some apples. As far as the macros go on the meal, I think it's like 80 protein, 85 carb, and 20 fat. So pretty balanced, kind of a lot of calories, but I am hungry and I haven't eaten anything all day. So I'm gonna eat this and then I'm headed to the gym. All right, dudes, at the gym, it's push day today. It's a 15 rep push day, which basically means all my exercises, I'm doing at least 15 reps for every set. This is the top set of my first workout of the day, which is close grip bench. And this is the 5th set of that. So I'm at 190 pounds today. This is the 5th set of 15. The previous 4 sets, it's been feeling kind of heavy today, I'm not gonna lie. Gonna need a lot of luck and encouragement to get
all 15 reps here, but I'm gonna try my darndest. And I know I've been getting a lot of questions on my workout routine and split and stuff like that, but I figured I'd just let you guys know a lot of my workouts are focused primarily on weak points, so I do a lot of weak point training. This is what I consider to be sort of a weak point of mine. Triceps and shoulders in push days are weaker points of mine, and I consider my chest to be a strong point. So most of my push days are structured around tricep and shoulder exercises, and I'll only do like one real chest exercise during the push day. That's sort of just how I set up a lot of my exercises, or workouts, not just push day. And I figured I'd let you guys know that because, like I said, a lot of you have been reaching out and wondering what I do for workouts, etc. But I guess it's the moment of truth. Time to go try and do 190 pounds for 15 reps here on the close grip. See if I can get this. All right, so I'm back home from the gym. We have some company over and they are in awe about how big my meal is right now. This is actually like a pretty big meal, but typically after the gym, I really like to have huge meals. So this is like not a surprise to Alyssa or myself, but this is what my post-workout meal looks like. To start things off, 170 grams of some smoked salmon with 3 of the Ryvita crackers. This is dessert. This is sort of out of order, but it's gonna be yogurty 30 time after all of the rest of this is eaten. Having 8 of the Papadoom crackers, gonna dip that in some of the Tostitos habanero chunky salsa, the massive salad that I do pretty much every day. There's like 250 grams of greens in there, Swiss chard, kale, spinach, sorrel, arugula, grape tomatoes that you can't see. And then I topped it with some balsamic vinegar. You guys have seen this like 1,000 times. And then I'm also having 4 servings, 340 grams of some shrimp. So I have a lot of food that I need to eat and some company to visit with. So that's what's going on right now. Food and yogurty 30. All right, so company left a little while ago. Alyssa's asleep. It's only like 9 o'clock at night. Pretty much just hanging out alone. I've got a hankering for some pancakes though, and if you've seen my Insta stories lately, then you know I own the Protein Pancake Championship title. I've been making protein pancakes like every night for, God, I don't know, probably the past week, and I haven't had enough, so I'm gonna make some right now. Every time I make protein pancakes, I just make one giant one. The macros on the recipe, 10 fat, 35 carb, 85 protein. It's amazing. Fluffy, massive, delicious. It's the best. Seriously, it's the reason why I have the Protein Pancake Championship title of the world. I know a lot of you guys are gonna want this recipe, and I'm gonna give it to you, but I wanna make the recipe. I wanna make these protein pancakes, or pancake if you're team one giant protein pancake, a recipe of its own, a video of its own, and I want to do it justice because it really is the best protein pancake recipe that I've ever done in my entire life. So you might have to wait a week or 2 for that to come out, but I guarantee you when it does, it'll be worth the wait because it's that good. So let's talk about a couple of things, guys. Really important stuff right now. Pancake syrup, maple syrup, whatever you want to call it. Typically, it just has the awfulest, the worstest, most terriblest macros. Basically, it's just a bunch of empty calories. But if you want to save some calories, if you want to have the pancake flavor, all the pancake maple syrup goodness without all of the calories, I highly recommend picking some of the Walden Farms calorie-free maple syrup up. There's links in the video description to grab this stuff, but this seriously is the best stuff that Walden Farms has ever created. And if you're not worried about sugar substitute and eating sugar substitute, grab some of this. It's really, really good. Number 2,
is this is a butter knife, but I really don't think that's fair to all of us people who are lactose intolerant in the world. So I want to rename this to pancake knife because I'm not putting butter on this knife. Like I said, I'm lactose intolerant. I'll cook pancakes for days with this knife, but you won't catch me dead putting butter on this thing. So this, from now on, pancake knife. This is pretty much why I have the protein pancake title, guys. I mean, thick, fluffy, perfect pancake consistency. Protein pancakes don't get better than this. A lot of you guys know I love cereal, but one cereal we've never done on a full day of eating is Cocoa Puffs. And I feel like Cocoa Puffs are like a classic cereal, but I just don't get them a lot. And I have the macros to fit a cup of Cocoa Puffs into my macros tonight. After this cup of Cocoa Puffs, I'm gonna be at 295 protein, 281 carb, and 42 grams of fat. Yeah, pretty excited for this cereal actually. If you enjoyed today's full day of eating, give the video a like. If you wanna see those pancakes, let me know in the comments below to kind of get my butt moving on filming that recipe. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I think that covers all the bases, guys. I'm gonna go eat the cereal and I'm going to bed. So good night, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.